From Denver 7, this is 7 News.
We've already had our share of snow this season, and you know, there is more to come. And with that in mind, you might be thinking it's a good time to invest in a snow thrower. But before you go shopping for one, there are a few things to keep in mind. And joining us this morning to talk about it from Associated Landscape Contractors of Colorado is Scott Fritchie. Thank you so much for being with us.
Good morning.
Good morning to you. You've brought in a couple of awesome contraptions here.
Yes.
You know, first I want to ask you, is there a difference between a snow thrower versus a snow blower?
You know, no, they're both the same thing. It's
okay.
Potato or potato, however you'd like to say it.
Okay, so it is interchangeable to use those two words. Now, you have a really big one and a really small one. How do you know which size you need to begin with?
Sure. Well, this is typically what we would call a city unit.
Okay.
As far as if you have a single-car garage or maybe a two-car driveway. This would be very well utilized in the city here.
Okay.
What we have is a rubber auger paddle in the front that cleans the snow all the way down to the pavement in one swipe. It also is light, easily maneuverable. Stores away real nice and easy.
So most families would probably be looking to get something in this range.
Correct.
Now, when do you upgrade to the big mama over here?
Well, you know, typically this is going to be used, say you have a large house on a cul-de-sac, 3-car garage, a lot of sidewalk area, maybe a sloping driveway. This has wheel drives with 6 speeds, 2 reverse. You know, typically we might use this in the mountains there where we get a lot of heavy snowfall. It uses a steel auger to chip away at the snow and ice, or maybe the snowplow comes up, burns up the snow. That's going to be able to dig and gnaw its way through it.
Okay. And I know you've just brought a couple of different examples, but there are a lot to choose from. What types of features might I be thinking about if I'm going to look for a snowblower, either for myself or for maybe a family member for Christmas?
Well, you know, these tutorial units that they have, they're feature-packed. For instance, to change the chute direction on this unit, it's on this little slide rule hook, so you just basically do that. Other models, you can reach around and it has a little handle here. On this one, it utilizes a joystick to move the chute deflection and the direction of how it wants to operate.
Okay.
Once you get this unit going, it's a single-hand operation to where you have your auger control and your wheel speed going.
And of course, it has the different speeds, so it helps. It's kind of like when you're picking out a lawnmower.
Correct.
If you don't want to really push and put a lot of muscle into it,
right.
Sure, there are some different features like that.
Comes
that
with a headlight,
help.
too, so if you want to do it at night.
Yeah, well, maybe you get home from work and it's already dark. That could come in handy.
That's right.
So what are the basic safety tips also? If I haven't used one of these before, what are the things I need to be aware of?
Well, before you go to operate it, just kind of do a general look over of your area. Look for maybe a little mound in the snow to where that newspaper's hiding underneath the snow. Any dog toys are very common to get wrapped up in the auger system. If something does get jammed up in there, Toro provides a little stick here to remove any compacted snow or anything like that.
I'm sure never want to put your hand down there.
Absolutely. You don't want to stick your hand down in there, and make sure the machine is off before you go after any clogs or anything jammed up in there. Okay. And just watch where you're throwing the snow, really. Some
good information. And then finally, what are the price range for these types of machines?
Sure. A single-stage snow thrower typically will start around $399. They can go up to about $900.
Okay.
The 2-stage units are anywhere from about $1299 on up.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Scott Fritchie, for coming in this morning. Very nice to meet you.
Good to meet you.
Some handy advice for this time of year. And, of course, as always, if you would like some more information, you can just log on to thedenverchannel.com, and we have provided a link there under the big red TV button.